I get the question all the time, Michael, how are you so productive? I'm going to answer that in this video. But first, my name is Michael Laurent with Author Level Up, helping you write world-class stories. I make writing videos every week, and if this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe and click that like button for more videos. Now, how am I productive? How is it that I've been able to do so much? I get more done in a day than a lot of people can get done in a week. And how do I do that? Well, there's a few things. I just want to offer a few thoughts. It's less, this video is less of a technical, okay, this is what you do, as opposed to more of a this is a more philosophical approach. The first thing is I'm very relentless and ruthless about doing the things that help me move my writing forward. So most of my time is spent doing things that add value. So doing writing, doing some marketing. I don't market as much as I should, but I do focus on the marketing. And then also opportunities that present themselves, like public speaking, those things. And everything else, I just don't do. So you guys aren't going to see me a whole lot on social media. You're not going to see me doing things that I don't think are important to help me move things forward. I have a radical focus on the things that are important to me. So I have three major goals. The first goal is to become a world-class content creator. That means writing new books and maintaining a portfolio of growing books and making sure that those books are always available, that they're always well presented. Second goal is to be a technology and data-driven writer. So using tools like automation and different tools and services to help me do things in less time and better. And then also looking at data and analytics to make the right decisions in regard to my books in terms of what I should be advertising. How are my ads performing? What are some other things that I can do, other insights that I can glean from this Klytics report or this Kindle Trends report that will help me make more money? And the third goal is to become the writer of the future. So I have my eye on the future in terms of future technology, future trends that are coming, and I focus on preparing myself and my portfolio for those things. So learning new skills, paying attention to what's happening in crypto, paying attention to what's happening in other emerging technologies. Those are my focuses. That is where I spend the majority of my time. So when I wake up in the morning, generally speaking, I'm doing one of those three things. I'm either writing books like my life depends on it, I'm maintaining my portfolio, or I am figuring out technology and trying to use that to do things better and faster, or I'm digging into data and analytics around my business, or I'm learning some sort of skill or educating myself on some emerging market to help me. Now, I do marketing. I do focus on, running the business and the taxes and all that stuff, but that's all secondary. I focus on the things that are, I believe, that are my strategic areas. That's number one, is just the radical clarity. All right. I could be better at it, sure, but I really only focus on a few things. The second thing that helps me is that I wake up early in the morning. So I'm usually up between 5:30 and 6 a.m. I usually have a writing session done by then, and with dictation and some of the other techniques I use, I could be well into 1,000, 2,000 words by breakfast. All right. So getting up early, beating the sun up, writing when everything is quiet in my house and when I'm not going to be interrupted is another important thing. And I'm religious about it. So I'm always up. I'm always focused on the writing. And that helps. That pays dividends over time. Another thing that I do is I'm always asking myself, while I'm brushing my teeth, what does the picture of good look like today? All right. Meaning, what is the one thing I can do today for today to be a success? All right. And I keep that easy, so maybe I'm working on this novel and I'm in the 1/3 mark. So I need to get past that. So I need to get my 2,200 words in for the day. That is the most important thing I can do because I'm in a trouble spot with this novel. All right. That's the goal. Or maybe I've got a new series that I need to publish. I've written the first 3 books and I just need to sit down and block some time and publish them on Amazon and Kobo and all those other places. That also helps me to move my writing career forward. Or maybe I need to prepare a presentation for a public speaking event that I'm doing so that the event goes well. Or maybe I just need to spend a day and clean out my inbox because maybe there's some things in there that I didn't realize that I need to take care of. So the question I'm always asking is, what does the picture of good look like? Now, where I'm probably a little bit crazy compared to other people is that my picture of good is usually accomplished by 6:30 in the morning. So there's really nowhere to go at that point but up. So I ask myself then, okay, that's done. What's the next thing I can do to make this day good? And I just keep doing that. And I'm like a little robot. I just focus on this and I do that and I do this and I do that. And the next thing you know, by 9 or 10 o'clock that night, I've accomplished a hell of a lot. Now, I have an intense personality. You guys know that. It's why many of you subscribe to me, but I'm not asking or expecting any of you to do that. But asking yourself, what is the picture of good for the day? And then setting goals based on that. It'll change how you see things, because maybe the things you're doing really aren't the picture of good. Maybe you're procrastinating, or maybe you're spending too much time researching your novel. And when you start to ask yourself that question, what does the picture of good look like today? Then you have momentum. You know what's going to give you the momentum. You clarify for yourself what is truly important. Next, I just have a relentless personality. I'm always focused on sitting down in the chair and building momentum. Momentum is everything to me. So there's going to be days where I don't write, and that's okay, because I know that I'm doing other things that are moving the writing forward. So like one day last week before I recorded this, I spent probably 2 or 3 hours digging into my ads for Amazon ads. And I didn't hit my word count goal for the day, but I needed to build a new battery of ads for a book that I was promoting. All right, well, that paid for itself now, because those ads are now functioning. They're out there making me money, and that's a beautiful thing, right? So sometimes the picture of good is not going to be the same thing every day. And when you have a family, when you have other obligations, that is perfectly okay. So if I had a message for you, it would be, number one, figure out what your strategic focuses are. Pick 3. You can focus on everything in the world if you want, but that's not necessarily going to get you very far, and you're going to stretch yourself really thin. Pick those 3 strategic areas, and then everything else is a secondary priority. Then, when you choose the things that you should be doing every day, make sure that the things that you're doing line up with your strategic priorities. If they don't, then you chose the wrong priorities. Third, figure out your optimum time when you are at your best mentally. When is it that you are more active? Are you more active in the morning? Are you more active in the evening, the afternoon? Figure out when those times are, and then plan your days around those. So I can plan my days around my morning. So I know many of you are night owls, so maybe you need to plan your day around the 10 to midnight hour. Whatever that looks like, just arm yourself with a ton of knowledge about yourself. Get data about yourself, and then learn how to optimize that. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at what you can accomplish, even when you're just doing just a few things every single day. When you've been doing this for as long as I have, almost a decade, all those things that you do, they add up at the end of the 10 years. And I got to tell you, I can't believe where I am compared to 10 years ago. And all of that was because of little actions every day to try to figure out what my picture of good was. So I strongly encourage you to think about that. And that is my answer to the question of how I'm so productive. If you want more videos on writing advice, stay tuned, because there's one coming up right now.
Perfect.